It was never my intention to cross the canal when I set off with my boat from Connecticut a year and a half ago. I knew the Atlantic, or at least the bit I've sailed. I wanted to take my boat and retrace some of the steps I had on other boats, from Bermuda to the Azores and up to the UK. I wanted to see some of the things on my own as well. But they say a sailor's plan is always written in sand at low tide, ready to wash away and change in just a few hours when the high tide comes back in. As you may have noticed if you've been watching these videos for long, I met a guy named Rui. He followed me down when I decided I was going to Panama instead of the Bahamas from Rio Dulce. After nearly a year together, Rui and I committed as much as two solo sailors can to one another without getting married. Rui sold his boat and moved on to mine. And now here we are, ready to go together into the unknown for the both of us, the Pacific Ocean. But of course, it seems even the schedule of the Panama Canal may be written at low tide. So a bit of a bummer. We've picked up the fenders, picked up the lines, and the last thing to do is a call to check in to make sure the advisor would be coming on board tomorrow. Unfortunately not. So they said they've been trying to call us all day. Not quite sure why. We have not heard anything. And so our scheduled date tomorrow is not happening. They have rescheduled us for the 3rd. So it's not a problem as far as any deposit. It's not like it's, our issue. It's the canal's issue. Just don't have any advisors available for tomorrow. And so, we go across on the 3rd now. Just makes it a bit tight because 2 of our line handlers are actually our friends on Jean, and they are crossing on the 5th. So we cross on the 3rd, get there on the 4th, come back, get back on Jean, cross Jean on the 5th, and be back in Panama City on the 6th. But yeah, that's the experience. Woo! So it was actually a blessing in disguise that we were delayed, as the motor on my dinghy decided to seize up for good. I've replaced the carburetor and the head gasket on this motor after buying it used from a guy in Virginia. It had been constantly giving us issues, but decided to finally fail when we needed it the most. Luckily, the chandlery in Shelter Bay had a used Yamaha for sale, so we took it.
How you guys doing?
Woo! Look at that Yamaha!
Yeah! Woo! Slow bumpy ride, coming back.
Yamaha!
Here you go. Instant reaction.
Woo! New motor. We didn't have to paddle on the way back. All right, well, it's the day of crossing the canal. And man, so many emotions. It's hectic, exciting, nervous, everything. But yeah, I mean, just had so many things going on here for the last week, and normally we lead a pretty relaxing lifestyle, but cooked this morning, cooked the big chili for the advisor this evening and for everybody on board. So yeah, just trying to relax, but it's been hard to do so. It's I'm exhausted, and we haven't even started crossing the canal yet. So, but definitely getting there, getting excited. Just a few more hours away. Woohoo! Lost the crew coming aboard, Susie.
Izzy's ready!
Woof, woof.
All right!
Welcome aboard!
Woohoo, Izzy!
Izzy, you ready? She's like, yeah, where's the food? Izzy, what do you think? Are you a lion handler? She's like, yeah. She's got her life vest. She's ready. All right, how excited is everybody to cross the canal for the first time? Come on.
Yeah. Stop.
Izzy's really excited.
Now you got a different crossing necklaces.
Oh yeah, Chris.
I'd say pass them around and pick it out. Who wants to start?
Special gifts from Chris.
Okay. Michelle likes
So
her
Chris,
necklaces.
can you talk about your?
Well, I met a guy at the grocery store who had some cool necklaces on. He was probably
Where was the grocery store?
Kroger, Hydraulic Road in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Charlottesville, Virginia.
Anyway, he had two cool necklaces on, and I said, those are cool necklaces. And he said, my mom makes them, and she makes them for everybody. And then I immediately invited her to make me some. And then I offered her a price, and she gave me $5 less.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Nice.
Yeah.
So there are team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Charms.
So yeah. Oh, they were the original necklaces were all red and blue because I wanted them to be good luck for the U.S. and they did last for 3 games for good luck.
Choose.
You get to
Sure.
choose.
Captain.
But
I like-
there you go.
This-
As long as she doesn't
Wait,
choke on
no.
it.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the purple and green.
Very
Perfect.
Mardi Gras.
Yes, exactly.
All right. All
There
there.
we go.
You got them all?
Yeah. Izzy. Izzy has her.
Aw, you got yours
Pretty
on,
cute.
Izzy.
Good match.
That's cute.
Good match.
She's like, yeah, I feel part of the team, guys. Yeah.
Right on. All right. Well, thanks, Aiden's mom.
Thank you, Aiden's mom.
Yay, Aiden's mom.
Woo.
All right.
Coming on. Oh shit. I'm getting nervous.
It's a moment.
They didn't call or anything. They just showed up.
That is an enormous boat.
I'm on 12. Yeah. And nobody called.
Hola! Hello! 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 Gracias.
Supposed to be on Gene, right? No.
What? Gene. What is it? What is
No,
it?
she's shaking.
Yes. And we're going to be center chamber. So we need
Okay.
4 lines. Which can be set. When we are going up, they're going to close the chamber.
Okay.
So this line going to make tight.
Yeah.
We picked up anchor and started heading down towards the first lock. Along the way, our advisor explained where we would be in the canal and how the process of exchanging the lines from our boat up to the guys who would tie us off.
Was this your goal when you bought the boat to go through the canal?
No, it was not. No, my only goal was to get down to Guatemala, to Rio Dulce, and then I didn't really have a plan after that. I mean, I guess, you know, after the time in Rio Dulce, like I thought I'd go up to the Bahamas and then go over to Europe. The original plan was to head up to, like, to Europe, and then I don't know what changed. My friends came down to Panama, and so I was like, okay, sounds great, and maybe I'll just cross the canal instead and go the other way around. Like, okay.
That's what cruisers do. They change their
I mean,
plans,
right? Like plans last, you know, what do they say? It's like, anyway, yeah. So plans always change. And then crossing the canal is not really like, yeah, just kind of came out. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go new. Where the Caribbean has always felt like home because I've sailed around it so much. But now, or going on the other side and exploring, it's all new.
They all know. It'll be exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
It was pretty amazing being so up and close to these massive ships that carry tons and tons of goods around the world every day. My dad was a captain of these ships and worked for a company called SAF Marine, although he was based in South Africa, so he never had to go through the Panama Canal. My dad may have sailed around the world on big ships, but I would have a one-up on him getting to go through the canal. If he were still alive today, though, he would be right here next to me helping me through.
Going into the first bridge. One bridge done. My mom was always so nervous going under bridges, no matter how high they were. My mom came with me through New York City down to Virginia. She was like, every time we went under a bridge, she's like, are you sure it's tall enough? I was like, no, it's not.
100%.
There did seem to be a lot of rushing and waiting. In our case, we were on schedule, but there was another boat behind us that was running behind. So this boat, along with ours, had to hang out and wait for the other boat to show up. Eventually, the boat in front went first, and we waited for another big ship to overtake us before we went into the first lift. Completing construction in 1914, the 77-kilometer-long Panama Canal helps ships sailing between the east and west coasts of the U.S. to shorten their journey by 15,000 kilometers. Similarly, the canal saves up to 3,700 kilometers for vessels transiting between Europe and East Asia.
Keep it. Yeah.
Craziness. Crazy. You good?
Yeah, me? Yeah. I don't know.
You're like, I don't know what I'm doing. No, I mean, like, yeah. Good? Okay.
Can you tell the nerves I was feeling? I was constantly checking on everyone to make sure they were okay. Honestly, it was such an easy process and the whole system runs very smoothly. But here I was about to get to the other side. All of my excitement had turned into nerves.
Keep going, so starboard, sir. Okay, girl. What do you say? Good here.
Keep it straight.
Keep it straight. It hurts the boat.
I thought you weren't supposed to catch it. They want you to catch it.
These monkey fists they toss are no joke. The advisors ask the guys tossing them to avoid the solar panels, but I'm just glad they didn't catch a port light or a hatch.
More? It's crazy.
You need to make it holding up. One line.
Neutral.
1 y 3.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
Drop it in the water.
Drop it in the water. Reverse.
Reverse. Hold on.
Let it go.
Okay. Hold the line and secure. Right now. Easy. Fast.
Stay reverse.
Stay.
On the winch, love. Secure it.
Okay. Sir, put it in the winch and use
Yes,
the winch.
yes.
I'm kidding. Sir.
Go. Neutral. Okay. I need to pull this side. Use the winch. Just pull. More.
Alright. Saying goodbye to the Caribbean Sea.
Keep it there. Keep it there at the moment.
Keep it there, Ford.
Holy moly.
Say goodbye to the Caribbean Sea. Bye-bye. Everybody here is effing amazing. Thank you.
We're not through yet.
No, but just the start of this. Thank you for being awesome. Oh, there she goes. Oh, I'm gonna start crying.
Goodbye, Caribbean.
Goodbye, Bahamas. I'm going to miss you.
Oh, shit.
Here's some water.
Oh my god. That looks...
I don't want to slack, so keep it pulling. If you can.
During this time, over 26 million gallons of water starts to pour into the chamber, and we start to rise up. Ruri said he could feel the pressure hanging onto the lines as they were taking them in from the water hitting the keel of our boat.
All the water flows by gravity. Because lake is 27 meters up to the ocean.
Please open a valve.
Yeah, open the valve and recharge. You are okay. How do you do? You are okay. You're doing well.
That door was a lot bigger the last time I looked at it.
As was explained by our advisor, each section of the Gatun Lock is called a lift. After completing the lifts tonight, we will have risen 26 meters above sea level.
What do you think, Rui?
Easy. I'm going to go up.
The sun was setting as we were making our way up the lock. It is a pretty stunning sight to see all the lights come on at night. But it wasn't until 1963 that the fluorescent lighting was installed, allowing the Panama Canal to operate 24 hours a day. In 2022, over 14,000 vessels will transit the canal carrying 535 million tons of cargo.
When does that command come?
And you are staying secure.
Yeah, exactly. We're on the mooring.
That's okay.
Exactly. No beers before the mooring.
Excellent. You have to keep it in the middle. Okay?
No, it's not you. It's not you. My room is like right dead. He's like telling me to stay tomorrow. I'm like, bye.
This one has to focus in your line because sometimes the line, monkey fish is stuck in the concrete and you have to jump it.
Did you catch that? The line gets caught in the concrete, you have to jump it over it.
Yeah? The second time is more easy than the first time.
Really?
You don't notice?
The second time than the first.
Awesome
You know what to
videographer of the
expect.
evening.
So are you having fun yet? You're documenting this whole thing for this? Nice.
It's so cool. Just no big deal. Panama Canal.
Boy, after rowing yesterday and this today, tomorrow I think I will feel my arms. made it to the top.
We're to the top. Woohoo!
That wasn't so hard. Next time we're going to do it on your boats.
It's exercise, right?
Putting in work.
Yeah, for those who like that stuff. Others are going to go, ooh, ah, I'm going to break a finger. I don't want to do that. Which is very doable.
Just need some shitty gloves.
When it gets slack and you're pulling, and then all of a sudden the boat goes the other way, and it's like it's hard to hold her and tie her, and the lines.
It looks hard.
Yeah, I almost lost my finger there. Almost got it caught. But
I'm so strong. It's so hard.
Okay.
Clearly, I'm joking. It's very doable.
The last task of the night was to find the mooring that we would be tying up to for the evening, since smaller boats like us don't transit the canal overnight. You can't tell in the video, but there was quite a good gust of wind that would push the boat off the mooring each time I tried to line up to it. Once we got close, Jay jumped onto the mooring to tie us off.
You could came on board.
I think he likes it out there.
You want to stay in the buoy all night?
no,
Okay.
I'm coming back. I mean, you know, it is kind of cool out here, but
I bet your Crocs can get on that.
yeah, well, I don't have Crocs on.
Okay, turn off the engine.
This chili is delicious, and it was a team effort of Jay, Chris,
Really,
and Liz.
Chris did so much of the work, and he put in a lot of blood, sweat,
Who
and
seasoned it?
soil.
I
Seasoned, a little salt
I
bay.
seasoned a little. It was very well seasoned. Thank you.
Very well
Very well
seasoned.
seasoned.
Very tasty.
I like that. Very, very tasty.
Very complimentary to namesake beer.
Here, here,
Panama beer.
I can't see in the dark.
bro.
Panama beer. It comes in a green can.
Well, thank you everybody for today. Good job, team.
Yay, team. Yay. Victor. Hey, here's to Victor.
Thank you, Victor!
Hip hip, hooray!
Now it's beer time, right?
Yes.
Yes.
For you.
Gin. Gin time.
Oh.
She's getting fancy.
You sure don't want a beer? And then we can give you a lot. And then we'll give you lollipops so they don't smell it.
If you have a hot one, I could take it when I arrive.
Victor's ride came to pick him up, and I believe we pretty much all immediately crashed into our beds for the night. Next week, we make our way through Gatun Lake and into the Pacific Ocean. Get ready for stunning scenery and many more emotions from me. Until next time, cheers!